Welcome to the Campfire. Today, we're analyzing District 17-6A. Teams in this district include Cy Fair, Cy Creek, Cy Falls, Cy Ridge, Memorial, Northbrook, Stratford, and Jersey Village. Let's begin by taking a look at these teams in our film session, presented by the Houston area Chevy dealers. Cy Falls joined 17-6A last season and promptly went undefeated to take the district crown. The Golden Eagles return quarterback Brandon Derbigny and running back Gabriel Wilson, but they'll need some help defensively. Falls graduated 8 starters from the best defensive unit in the district. Caden McCarty and James Harris remain as first-teamers on the line, but others are going to have to step up. Cy Fair should be the Golden Eagles' main competition for the crown. The Bobcats bring back Jace Robinson and Jaden Vaughn on the defensive side of the ball, and they'll be looking at call-ups from a 9-1 JV squad to fill some key roles. Stratford has one of the most experienced offensive lines in the district, with 4 starters returning there. Can that O-line control the trenches while a new quarterback takes over? That's the question there. Memorial will be replacing the legendary Gary Koch at head coach as he stepped down after a long career as the Mustangs leader. Look for a defense led by Isaac Richardson and Brett Gulich to keep Memorial in the playoff picture. Cy Creek running back Garland Wilburn will have the Cougs in the postseason mix as well, while Cy Ridge also has a talented running back in Zion Cornish. Jersey Village's linebacking core of Brad Sheehy and Nathan Reyes will be a concern for opponents in that district. And Northbrook will hope to find a victory in this tough district as they went winless a year ago.
The film session is presented by the Houston area Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive. Players on the Rise is brought to you by Parker University. Do you or your student want a career training the world's best athletes? Check out our bachelor's degree in strength and human performance today. The Campfire is brought to you by DQ for treats and eats before and after the game.
For an even deeper look at 17-6A, here's producer Ward Fasold and Matt Stepp from Dave Campbell's Texas High School Football with the District Breakdown.
All right, Step, let's talk some 17-6A. That's the other Cypress teams, the Spring Branch teams. And, you know, we got a new coach over there at Memorial, so this is going to be new. It's been 30, 40 years since somebody different, it seems like. Talk to me about the coaching change there, and then
It's been a while.
And then there's a fight at the top last year with Cy Falls, Cy Fair. Talk about how you feel this district's going to kind of play out.
Yeah, I think this district is definitely stratified. I think you've got really 5 teams, maybe 6 teams fighting for 4 spots. I think there's some balance. The district goes through Cy Fair ISD, specifically Cy Falls and Cy Fair at the top there. I think those two are going to be fighting it out. But both teams come into the season with a fair number of questions. Cy Falls won the district last year, went 9-3, undefeated last year. You know, they've got a lot of questions, especially defensively. You know, they were one of the better defensive teams in the Houston area last year, and they lose 8 starters. Now, they do have a couple of really good defensive linemen back in Caden McCarty and James Harris. Gabe Wilson, the running back, looked good, kind of split in time last year. And then their quarterback, Brandon Derbigny, started 9 games for him last year. So there's pieces there at Cy Falls. This is going to be kind of filling the complementary pieces around them.
Who's 1 through 8 in this district? Give it to me.
Let's go 1 through 8. Let's go Cy Falls 1, Cy Fair 2, Stratford 3. I'm gonna go Cy Creek 4 in a little bit of a surprise. Memorial 5, Jersey Village 6, Cy Ridge 7, and Northbrook rounding it out at 8.
We'll post the entire breakdown segment this Wednesday on our social media pages. Now, let's take a look at some game changers and our players on the rise, presented by Parker University. Give Cy Falls running back Gabriel Wilson a little bit of daylight and get ready to cue the band. The speedy Wilson ran for 1,037 yards on 112 carries. Folks, that's an average of 9.2 yards per handoff. Wilson also found the end zone 10 times, and most of those were on long touchdown runs. Gabe is back as the district's premier back, and he's got offers from New Mexico State, Sam Houston, and Louisiana Lafayette, among others. Cy-Fair used the run game a lot last year. When they aired it out, the Bobcats looked for receiver Chase Sanders. Chase finished with 35 catches for 491 yards and 5 touchdowns. He gained 14 yards per reception. At 6'5", the Bobcats quarterbacks need only to throw it high, and more times than not, Chase will bring it down. Sanders was a unanimous first-team All-District performer. Mistakes are made when you throw Jaden Vaughn's way. The Cy-Fair cornerback takes pride in his ball-hawking skills. Finished last year with 3 interceptions. Also broke up 11 passes and made 22 tackles. But what Jaden is most proud of is the fact that he only allowed 1 reception and no touchdowns when he was in man coverage. Vaughn has offers from Utah, San Diego State, and the North Texas Mean Green. Marlon Cook of Cy Creek is a beast at nose tackle. Cook stands right over the center, and once the ball snapped, well, Marlon's pretty much in the backfield. He finished with 8 sacks, 45 tackles, and 15 tackles for loss. He also forced a fumble and made an interception. Marlon is a menace in special teams as well, as he blocked 4 kicks his junior year. Cook's got offers from Weber State, Montana State, and Lamar, among others.
The film session is presented by the Houston area Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Our Ward Fasold caught up to Stratford head coach Todd Rankin to talk about his Spartans in our Media Day segment.
All right, we're talking 17-6A with Stratford head coach Todd Rankin, a good friend of the show. And coach, you talk about the district last year. First of all, you started that year off with the barn burner game with Tomball. It was back and forth, but those are the kinds of games you need in the non-district to get you ready for district play. And when you saw district play, a couple of side teams were kind of running things in there. But talk about how you felt last year went for you, and what maybe you can build off of last year.
Yeah, it was absolutely a great start with non-district. Lost a tough one to Coach Handel and those guys at Tomball, but they're always well coached, do a heck of a job. We're able to get on top of Oak Ridge early on and get our feet in the ground there, and then very, very fortunate to beat a very tough Kingwood team in overtime headed into district. So I think that was good for our team and to kind of find out who we were and how good we were last year, and then get into district and lost a tough one, of course, to Cy-Fair and to Cy Falls, but other than that, I think we were able to kind of play some really good ball through district and then win a playoff game. So it was a great year and had a good group, senior led group, but we're excited to, with what those guys have done for our program and the legacy they've left, and hopefully these young guys that just came through spring ball can kind of live up to the standards we've been able to set last few years.
I appreciate you joining me, and we'll talk to you down the line as you fight for that playoff spot.
Absolutely. We'll appreciate it. Anything you guys need, y'all just let us know.
You can catch the entire interview Friday on our social media channels. Hey, that'll do it for this week's Campfire. Next week, we'll head to Houston ISD to talk about 18-6A. Until then, have a great week, everybody.